Hello, boring vlogs people. How are you this fine day? Me? I'm fantastic. Just heading out for the day from work. I didn't get a chance to make one of these on my lunch break today because I actually went to lunch with a person. What? Yeah. Went with one of my buddies. Went and got some Costco pizza because it's so delicious. I don't know why I always feel the need to tell you guys what I had for lunch. I don't think any of you care. But if you really do, then comment and tell me that. Because nobody comments on these. Not that anybody's even really watching it anyway. Nobody watches these videos. Why do I make them? Why? I don't know. So I've been following Aaron Paul on Twitter lately. I don't know if any of y'all's got a Twitter and you follow him, or if you watch Breaking Bad. If you don't watch Breaking Bad, shame on you. It's the best show in the entire world. And you should be watching it because it's amazing. And, it's got a great story arc of a character, and it's brilliant, and it has cool things that happen in it on a fairly consistent basis. And it's an interesting transformation of character. But I'll try not to get... I probably won't mention anything spoilery. But, okay, so I follow Aaron Paul on Twitter. He plays Jesse in Breaking Bad. He is the secondary main character to Walt, played by, Bryan Cranston, who is from Malcolm in the Middle, who is awesome in that also. And it's funny, some people were saying they really hope that the show ends with Walt going into witness protection and becoming the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, which I thought would have been hilarious, but of course this is a serious TV show, and they're not going to do that. But, come on, that would have been hilarious if Walt turned into Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, man. But we didn't get to see the roller skating backstory, which was a big part of a couple of the episodes from Malcolm in the Middle, so I guess it can't possibly happen. But, that would have been cool. But yeah, so Aaron Paul, back to what I was going to talk about. Following him on Twitter, and he's just such a cool person. I've seen these videos of him where people go on the Hollywood tours where they'll take you to where celebrities actually live, and these people went on a giant, or not a giant van, but a van essentially, and went to his house, and he was out in his front yard on his balcony of his house, and went down and was talking to all the people in the van and was taking pictures and was hanging out with them for a little while. It was so cool to watch, a famous person who, he's a pretty famous guy, go out and just interact with his fans like that. It was cool to see. So, I had already seen that he was a nice person. That was a little while ago. And apparently his wife has this charity. It's called the Kind Campaign, which is, it goes to help children who are being bullied and stuff like that. And he was having a contest, essentially, where if you donated to the Kind Campaign a minimum of $10, you would be entered into a contest to possibly win a chance to get a trip out to Los Angeles, to be picked up by Aaron Paul, go to the premiere of the final episode, which is happening this Sunday in LA, at this, it's like a graveyard where they sometimes will screen movies. It's a weird thing, but they're having the premiere of the finale there with the whole cast. So, Bryan Cranston, Vince Gilligan, the creator and writer of the show, is going to be there, and Aaron Paul is going to be there. And so if you enter this contest and you win a trip to LA, you get picked up by Aaron Paul, you go to the premiere, you hang out in an RV with Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and Vince Gilligan, and cook food in the RV with all of them, and get to hang out with the whole cast of Breaking Bad. And that just sounded like the coolest thing. I didn't really hear about it until the time sort of ran out on it. I heard about it a little before time ran out, but I hadn't made a decision of... I should have just donated $10, because it's come on, am I really going to feel bad about donating to a good cause? But I didn't act quick enough, and I kind of forgot about it after I read it. So I read it while I was at work, and I didn't... I was working, so I didn't want to put too much time and effort into worrying and thinking about that and figuring out how to donate and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just thought it was so cool. And then just last night, Aaron Paul tweeted that he was at LAX at the Virgin International Terminal or something like that. He's like, hey, anybody that wants to come hang out with me at LAX in the Virgin Terminal and wants to know the ending to Breaking Bad, come hang out with me and I'll talk to you about it. And I was like, that's so cool. Like, I feel like you never, like, I've seen YouTube celebrities or people who are like kind of, you know, more friendly with their audience. I've seen them be like, hey, yo, this is where I'm at. If you want to come hang out, come say hi or whatever. But you rarely see like TV or movie celebrities doing that sort of thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I don't know, it just makes me think that he's a nice guy. And then the movie trailer for Need for Speed just came out, which is, I mean, I think it's one of his first major roles. I know he was in the movie where, I can't think of the name of it at the moment. I was trying to think of it earlier too, where he plays a guy who's like married to a girl and they're both sort of into drugs, and well, they're not really into drugs so much as they are alcoholics, and they just go through all these issues, and it's sort of looking into the life of these people who have an alcohol addiction in a way, and what they go through as a couple. And it was a good movie. I liked it. His acting was good. He seemed like a sort of similar character to Jesse in Breaking Bad, where he's got to go through these issues and abuse of substances and stuff. I don't know. It was different enough from Jesse. It wasn't like the same thing. It was just, it had some aspects that were similar. But yeah, his new movie, Need for Speed, it looks interesting. It's hard to tell exactly what it's about. It's kind of, you know, it seems, I remember I watched a featurette about it where they sort of talked about what the general idea of it's going to be, but, you know, it seems like they're going pretty serious with it, even though it's like, you know, based on a video game, but we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully, if they release another trailer, it'll shed a little bit more light onto what exactly they're trying to do with it. But it looks decent, and, you know, I'm into cars. They had a bunch of awesome cars. They had a Koenigsegg, you know, Bugatti, some Ferrari, probably a Lamborghini. I don't remember if I saw one or not, but they got some nice cars in there, which are cool. But they showed the Koenigsegg crashing, which is crazy because that's a super expensive car, but I think I remember them saying it was like a fake one. They don't normally actually crash expensive cars on movie sets because that's just foolish. But yeah, so that looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see another trailer for that or whatever. And but yeah, Breaking Bad finale is coming up on Sunday, and it's going to be cool. But yeah, that's about all I was thinking of talking about. South Park, the first episode of South Park, the new season came on last night. Pretty funny about the NSA, you know, tracking everything and then making fun of the fact that people post all their secrets and all their information online and then are shocked when, you know, people can find it so easily. And Cartman's all like, oh man, I posted all this stuff on Twitter. I sure hope the government doesn't find it. It's like, oh, cool, yeah, because, you know, Twitter's not just there for everyone to see. But yeah, obviously that makes sense. I just thought it was funny how they were making fun of that. And then Glee starts again tonight, so I'm just interested to watch that to see how they deal with the whole Corey Monteith, you know, passing away thing, and how they deal with his character not being there anymore. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see just how they handle it. If they kill him off, if they sort of don't talk up there, if they just talk about him and don't show him for an episode. But I feel like the actors would have felt weird doing that. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, that's about it. I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, so long. Bye-bye.